Hey, it's Steph the bartender. This video is going to be about how to approach drunk people. Bartending a lot of years, that was probably one of the hardest things to do, and a lot of people struggle with it. And I see bartenders approach it in the complete wrong way, and it ends up being something way bigger than what it needs to be. I've never had a rowdy customer using the techniques that I'm about to give you because I'm always like, you have to think with a sober mind. And so I always try to keep everything cool and calm, especially because you're most of the time way more sober than the person who you're trying to get to stop drinking. The first thing you're not going to do is you're not going to scream, "You're drunk, you're cut off," or yell a bouncer's name and say, "Come get him," unless he's being completely disrespectful. And I haven't had that situation. I wouldn't scream for a bouncer or scream "you're cut off." There's a couple of things I've done. Like if I see that they're getting drunk too fast, I usually ask them how they got there, try to get them to let me know if they drove or if they didn't drive. I also always say, if I see they're getting drunk way too quickly, I tell them, like, "You're scaring me. You look a little drunk. Will you drink some water for me, please? And then I will make you a drink." And they usually do it. They usually do not fight with me, and I'm like, "You're twisted. Like, drink a little bit of water and then I'll get you your drink." And then if you see that they are at that point, I usually will try to get their keys. If I knew they drove there, like, "Let me see your keys so that you don't lose them." Whatever you have to say to get their keys. Or if they're with somebody, try to let that person know, like, they cannot drive. I'm telling you now, and I can't serve him anymore or her anymore. It's always easier to talk to the friend, like, because they most of the time care about that person's well-being. You do not want to keep serving somebody and be responsible for that person killing themselves or killing somebody else in an accident. Not too long ago, where I live, there was a case where a cop was at a bar and drank too much and got into an accident, and they sued the bartender. And I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens. But I feel like everybody's an adult. They should be responsible enough to know when to stop. It doesn't matter. You will be responsible as a bartender if something happens. So you always want to keep that in check. Another thing is try to call them an Uber. If you know they've drove there, I've done that. I've taken people's phone, put their Uber in, you know what I mean? And they've left in an Uber. You just want to make sure these people are safe. And one technique that I actually did this past weekend was that this guy got really drunk, and he must have been drinking before he got there, and he didn't seem really drunk, but then he was drunk like out of nowhere. And I just kept ignoring him. If you feel like they're going to, because he seemed like the type that was going to get rowdy, like he had a really strong personality. And I'm like, "Okay, I'll get it for you. Okay. And he is so drunk that he forgot. And I just kept saying, "Yeah, I'm going to get it right now. Yeah. No, I did not, because he was already too drunk. I was not going to serve him anymore. But instead of like, "I'm cutting you off, you're done," I just kept passing by him and kept saying, "Okay, I'm gonna get it," and he forgot. So that's another way, because most of the time they're gonna forget. I've done that a couple times and it worked. And then they end up going home, and I'm like, "Bye," and that's that. And if worse comes to worse, and you know that this is not gonna go good and you cannot handle it, go to the bouncer and let them know, like, "Look, he's super drunk. Can you remove him?" I would not ever scream to the bouncer, "Come get him," unless he was out of line, super out of line. And using those techniques, you should be able to handle a drunk person at the bar. I have had great success doing those, especially the ignoring, "I'm going to get it in 1 second, I'm going to get it in 1 second," and never go. And also asking them to drink water. To just, "Hey, drink water. Give me a half an hour. Let me see how you look, and I will make you a drink. I just want you to be safe." Most of the time, just telling them will work. It will work. And so if you have some techniques that you like to use, let me know what those are. These have been successful for me for many years, and I hope that, they work for you. Like, comment, subscribe. Your drinks taste better when you tip the bartenders.